Oh, just doing a quick video here. Just want to change up my Harley Sportster rear tire. It's a 2005 1200C. The original tire has about 16,000 kilometers on it. It's a Harley Davidson embossed tire. I think it's a 404. Or hang on, 401. Dunlop D401. Anyway, it's okay, but you can just see the wear bar starting to get close right there. Within about a millimeter, so just a fingernail. So it's beginning of summer. I want to change it out before the middle of summer when I have to do all this. So before I have the bike insured, I want to get that new tire on it. So I bought a, see here, Shinko tire. I can't remember the model number. SR777 Harley Davidson, or heavy duty if you want to say that. Rotation specific. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good tire. Heavy, good kind of feel to it. It's apparently this company has the tooling that Yokohama used to use to build their tires. So now the tooling's moved to South Korea and Japanese, or the head office, whatever, is in Japan. So yeah, it seems fine by me. It was only about 95 bucks. So I priced out getting a tire built or a tire replaced at our local Harley shop, and it's about $400 Canadian. So they do everything. They just take the bike, take a Harley Davidson logo tire, probably the same tire as that, and remove, install it, balance it, everything like that. So I'm hoping to do this for the 95 bucks. Just buy the tire, take it off myself, and then use some tire spoons, I don't know what they call them, tire irons anyway, and just get the tire off myself and go from there, and balance it myself too. See how it goes. If it doesn't go well, I'll just take it to the shop anyway and have them do it. But one thing I noticed when I started at this job, I looked at some videos on YouTube and they're all good, but a few guys had trouble taking the axle and getting it by the exhaust. This is the head end of the axle, and the nuts on the other side where there's nothing, it's your E-clip, and then take the nut off. So it's hard to get the axle out through that way. But I just noticed on the swing arm here, there's two stops, a high and a low. This is where the passenger foot peg used to go. And this is what actually contacts the swing arm when it limits the travel for all the way up and all the way down. There's your belt tensioner markings there. Anyway, so if you take off the rear shocks, I already have this one undone. Get it up out of the way a little bit. Let's unbolt this one. There we go. Pull it out of the way and then lift up your chain guard or belt guard. Get it up out of the way. And the tire still hangs there on my bike anyway, because it has this exhaust bracket here. So it's kind of dangerous. Got to make sure you don't put your fingers anywhere, because it still has room to go. I can see the, tripping my finger there. Sees the swing arm isn't touching that lug there. So take a screwdriver, give it one extra pry, and then just get the exhaust bracket out of the way. And then the swing arm will go down further yet. Let's get the screwdriver out. There we go. And then as you can see, the tire will actually go very low and give you lots of room, so you get the axle out no problem, and lots of room for everything, lots of access. Belt loosens right off, and really easy to get at. On the other side, the brake is wide open too, so you can pop this pin out, take the pads out, and then that's it for the brake. The rest can pretty much just stay there, and then lots of room to reach everything and service everything. So just something to do is always take the shocks off, and then it gives you a whole bunch of room to get at your tire. So let's start taking the tire off here. Got the tire drop down, the two shock lower bolts out. Just gonna pry back the brake pad a little bit. See the cylinder moving a little bit. Just by twisting the screwdriver. There we go. Now there's lots of room in there to allow the pads to come out. Just gotta take this bolt out. A bit hard to get out. Let's try the impact driver here. So you want to make sure it's going the right way. So that's forward, and that's counterclockwise or out. There we go. Now the bolt's going to turn. Or cover, I should say. And it's an Allen head in there, so I better put this somewhere safe in case I actually put it back in. So it looks to be about a 5/16 Allen head bolt in here. Just wind that out, and then I'll let go of the two rear brake pads. Or hopefully it will, I don't know. Not quite yet. A bit of stress there. There you go, there's the pad. So it gets the pads out of the way. I thought these are worn out, but new ones aren't really that much thicker than that. So I'll probably run these again for one more summer. And there's the clearance now through the brake. So I think that all can stay. This kind of rides on here. I'm thinking it can stay when I take the axle out. I'll have to watch for a spacer in there. So let's grab an impact gun and a wrench for this side and crack the axle loose. Here's the E-clip. Take it off. Just twist a bit. Hopefully I don't lose it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it comes off easy. So put this and this away and then get the impact gun. So I'm not 100% sure how to mark these, but I think I'll just count the threads from my tensioning. So 1, 2. So what 11 threads? I'll write that down because there's no way in hell I'll ever remember it. Oh, that size 10, so 10 and 11. It's kind of weird. So, where's my Bike Master? Let's see, 11 on the left, 10 on the right. So I'll go ahead and back those off. I'm assuming there'll be a imperial thread, and I'm taking the bike back. Oh, it's walking nut, so I should have probably got a ratchet instead. That's coming. Oops. Okay. Oops. Okay, good enough. Okay, so 1 1/8 wrench or a big crescent, and then 1 1/8 socket or a big crescent, and impact gun, or else heave your guts out. Okay. Oh, I managed to get it. That was pretty good. Didn't even need the wrench, just the impact to get it alone. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to get that out. Let's take a look first. It's all going on in here. Interesting, interesting. Okay, it's pretty tight in there still. It would have the weight of the swing arm on it still. It shouldn't be moving front to back. I'll just get a soft blow hammer. Ugh. Oh, I got this one. Someone hit it too hard. Let's see what happens. Out of there. No, not moving. I'm gonna hit it with a gun a little bit, see if it'll twist. Definitely will. That's not loosened off. And it'll slide right out of there. It's got the knot on there a little bit. That thing's freaking seized, but it is certain to come. Really, really tight. It's coming. Coming out slowly. It's seized. Okay, it's gonna take a grade 5 bolt. Mainly because they're softer, and definitely because they're cheaper. So let's take it. Now the axle. Get it just past the spacer and your adjuster, so you know you're gonna smash on them for a while and they can stand up. Double check this side, make sure there's nothing hitting, just coming on out. It's not seized or not rusted, but it sure is stuck in there really good. Gear up a bit, the vice grips and gloves. This thing's just being a bitch. I'm just gonna send this piece down in there. And I'll chase it with my bolt. And this has gotta come out. Finally. My goodness. So, 2005 Sportster. It's just junk on there. It's not rusted. It's just old grease goo and stuff is kind of like varnished on there and stuck like glue. It's not marred or anything, or no metal pickup. Like, didn't damage it at all. It's just like gooed in there badly. Safety glasses on here. There we go. And that goes on now, but I have to make sure I can get that E-clip on there too. I have to chase the threads. So I don't know, maybe I should have taken it to the dealer. I don't know, we'll see. And then worry about this and buy me a new axle instead of me buying my own. Let's take the belt off. Get my things out. And I'm going to watch carefully here, see what falls out. There's a spacer here. And that goes between the brake and the bearing. And this side, there's the belt adjuster and then a large spacer on the right side. Okay. Get out of the way. Maybe better take that brake off, I don't know, but anyway, it's finally off. There's the tire off. I'll unbolt this. But when I balance it, I'll balance it with this on, because it's a rotating mass as well. There's a good video on YouTube about how out of balance these things are. So kind of balance the whole assembly all in one. I'll take the rotor off too, as I struggle with getting the tire on and off so I don't bend it or damage it in any way. So let's leave the bolt and nut in a bag here, just some, or any plastic, anything. Just spray with WD-40 overnight or for the next couple days. That and the nut and everything. Just let it soak and get all that crap off there. Let's spray this way too. And let it get all that junk off there. Clean up real good. Try to salvage where the E-clip landing is, or ring landing, and then get it back in. This is all cleaned up. I'll inspect the belt too. Make sure there's no holes in it or fraying. It looks pretty good from here, or sorry, right away. But I'll check it closer. And the brake too, I'll check all that. Make sure everything moves freely. So I can adjust front to back with the tire. Everything looks okay. If you're gonna remove the guard, now would be a good time, but honestly leave mine on. I'd rather the guard be there than not. Yeah, let's get the drive off. It's a 5/8 head bolt. Well,